Hello guys, today we are seeing a low-bed semi-trailer we produced for our Saudi client. Our Saudi client has asked us to make this trailer for their factory as a prototype to see if we have ability to build the trailer for them. This low bed is very simple, and this low bed is having a gooseneck with 4 ways, which I see 4 ways. The ways is same as the deck. The loading deck and the gooseneck have the same ways loading platform. In the right side, we have this light. And here we have the air connection to connect it. And here we have the electricity socket. It has 7 pins inside to connect with the prime mover or tractor. This gap we leave for the ABS, or we can use a little bit of plate to cover it up, or we can leave it open. It depends on our client's requirement. In the front bolster, we can see the front bolster is pretty strong and pretty thick, especially on the top. On the top, if I remember correctly, the floor is 10 millimeter thickness, which is very heavy, very strong, and very durable. At the bottom, we have the bolted type kingpin here for the prime mover to contact with the 5th wheel, and then we would have the landing gear. The landing gear, someone call it landing legs. It is a one-side operation landing gear with 2 gear with 2 speed. The operation side is in the left side of the trailer. Here is the kingpin plate. The kingpin plate is assembling for the kingpin, and here is the drilling hole. The drilling hole design target is to drain the water when the rain is very heavy, so it won't keep a lot of water inside. Here we can check the brand of the landing gear. Sorry for this tape. Okay, the brand of the landing gear is Yost A300C type, and it has 2 speed. This is 1 speed, and this is another. This one is the fastest speed. It requires more force. It usually operates this speed when the trailer is empty. And this one is the slow speed. It requires less force to lift the landing gear up. It is usually using when the landing gear is taking the pressure when the trailer has the cargo loading on the deck. Okay, let's put it there. And we haven't installed this yet because we're gonna remove it during the delivery. So just leave it there for this presentation. Okay, now we can see the frame, the beam. The frame and the beam is here. You can see a little bit curved. Okay, why? Why this is curved? Is there any problem? No. We designed this. It's like a bridge. It's curved when we build it, a little bit up to the top from 5 to 10 millimeter. So usually we cannot see it like this. It's flat. But when you load cargo on top of it, then the weight of the cargo would press it to the flat. So let's see it again. Okay, here a little bit curve. You can see very obvious from here, but then okay, it's gone. Nothing there. That's the key purpose to build this. And then we can see here is a gooseneck. A gooseneck with web, top flange, bottom flange. At the bottom, at the bottom of the bottom flange, sorry for this, we have another reinforcement plate go through here to make sure it has enough strength. And inside we have electricity line holding like this to there, and here is the braking line. The braking line with the yellow and red color pipe. The red color pipe is always with pressure, and the yellow color pipe is the control line. Only when the driver presses the braking button, it has the pulse pressure to go through this pipe to give the signal to the valve to give the trailer braking. In the front, it is the embracing part of this low bed. The embracing part is hollow with the 3 holes, punched holes in the middle and 2 small holes in the side. We can easily see the air reserve tank over there, all through this hole. And if we look closer, we can see how it looks at the frame. It gives the supporting to the left and right main beam. So those frames are making the big main boom for this trailer. What's that? Okay, spare tire and a spare tire carrier. Oh, we shall go to see that later. Here we have another design. It's like a empty space. For this space, you can easily maintain the landing gear bar at here, or you can put something here like a wood log, something you would use. Your driver might need them. A low value, you don't need to lock them down. Okay, this is the other side of the landing gear. So it has a bar in the middle. Then you can operate it only in one side. Those stiffeners are giving the strength to the gooseneck because the gooseneck here is curved. The reason we curve here, it is because we need to leave a space for the prime mover to reverse to touch the kingpin at there. Here's the side beam. The side beam here, we put the reflectors on the side, and then here we have the dropping deck here. It's dropping to the main loading deck. We have a light, and this is the loading deck we were talking about. The thickness of the floor is also 10 millimeter. I usually have a client to ask the loading deck with the checked floor, but this one is smooth because we can only buy 10 millimeter with this type of smooth steel floor plate. Okay, here is the lashing part. You can put the lashing or something to hold it here. And here is a ring. We call it rope ring. At the side, we have those brackets to support the side beam. And also we have a side protection with a reflector here to remind other small vehicle drivers or the motorcycle drivers do not go under this semi-trailer. Okay, here we are seeing a toolbox. The toolbox is here. It's quite long. Because this trailer is too long, so the toolbox looks much smaller than the normal semi-trailer. Here is the K-hole. The K-hole here, and here the handle. You need to lift it up a little bit, then turn it to open. Okay, here is the K. The K's are holding here, so when the trailer arrives, your driver can have the K's to lock it or not. Okay, here's some garbage, sorry about it. Let's throw it out. Okay, we won't deliver that to our client. Here is when we close it, we have have 2 parts here to hold it on the top. And if we see it, we can open this one, close it. It also has a keyhole here. If you lost the key here, you can still lock it at there. Okay, quite strong. Here's the tire. The tire is mounted on the rim. The rim is mounted on the axle. The axle brand is BPW. This is the cover of the BPW end of the axle. Here you can see it's BPW. It's very popular at Saudi. This is the bolt and nut. Okay, and here is the suspension. Here's another axle. This is the air nozzle. To continue go to the rear, we have those steel bars at here to give the friction to the big vehicle when it's loading to the through this ramp to the loading deck. Those black part are the cover of the axle nut, like this. And here is the rear landing gear. We designed this very carefully. It is a very special design and it is very unique. If you need to use it, you need to remove this bolt. You can see it's a 8.8 grade bolt. You need to remove it. It has a nut at this side. Hope you see it. And once you remove it, this is a gravity design. It has a hook here, so it's holding it. When you remove this bolt, you can press this bar and then lift it up. Then you can lower this landing gear to the ground. And when you need to retract it, you need to lift it up and then press this bar and then lift it up. Then the hook would hook this part. Then the landing gear would stay here. All right, we can go to see the bottom of this trailer. Okay, here we have the lift spring. This is the lift spring. The lift spring gives the connection to the suspension, to the equalizer. This is suspension hanger, and that's equalizer in the middle of the suspension hanger. This is the air chamber. The air chamber has a rod to connect with the slack adjuster. The slack adjuster is connecting to the braking drum. The braking drum has 2 braking pads, so when the slack adjuster turn like this, it would adjust the slack a little bit bigger. When the slack is bigger, so the braking pad would touch to the braking drum, then the trailer would have the brake function. Okay, here is the double air chamber. We have 4 of them. 1, 2, these 2 at the rear axle, that 2 at the second axle. And in the front we have a single air chamber. So this air chamber has 2 functions. The reason it is double air chamber is 2 air chamber. It has 2 functions. One is service brake. Service brake means when you are driving this, it gives the brake to the trailer. Parking brake is here. Here has a huge spring. When you are cutting the red line from the prime mover, the spring is press this, give the trailer the parking brake. And we have a K here. This is a K. We call it the air chamber K. If you remove this bolt and get this K out, and then we have a hole here. You can press the K into the hole, then release the parking brake. So this air chamber will not have the parking brake anymore unless you remove this air chamber K. Each double air chamber has a K on it. Over there, we have a VAPCO emergency valve there to give service to receive the signal from the yellow tube and give the parking order signal to the axles. So the trailer will have its brake. See, this is a very simple design trailer. Okay, here is the loading ramp. The loading ramp is designed to become a ramp when you need to load the huge vehicle from the rear to the loading deck. This is the retractor position. Here is the safety chain. The safety chain goes to here. There is a cross line design, so if you lift that a little bit up, then you can remove this chain from here. But if you put the chain here, it will lock these two ramps to give it double security to do not fall off during the driving. Of course, if you do not have that chain, the full spring would also give the same power to the ramp, but that's the insurance. In this ramp, we have a small design like this. This would give the supporting force to the ramp body itself when it's touching to the ground, because many of our clients feed us back. Here is the most vulnerable part to curve during the using. Okay, that's the loading ramp. And we haven't seen the rear of the trailer. Okay, here the rear of the trailer, we have the light and the reflecting triangle plate at there, and the license plate at here, and the reflecting tapes. We cannot call it tapes. Reflecting plates. Sorry. Okay. All right. Here we can see it's a 3-axle with double coin brand tire. Double coin. Okay. All right. Should ask the employee to remove this later. The model is RAB200 and the type is 12R20 with the tube inside. Okay, the low batch should always to have the tube inside, because the tubeless tire is for the highway and the tube tire is for the highway and off-road both. If we keep going to the front, we see the spare tire carrier we were talking about. Okay, I asked our employee to put the spare tire here to show to our client. We have prepared this one because this is easy to lose during the transportation. So I would talk with them if we should tag weld there to give the others idea, just forget it, because 2 tack weld is quite strong and they need to use the grinders to open it. But if you do not have the tack welding, it will be easily removed and installed. Okay guys, hope you guys like our video today. If you like our channel, please subscribe. Or if you have any question, please leave us comments below. Thank you very much. Hope to see you guys next time. Bye bye.